Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, welcome everybody to Banky Pound YouTube. I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, to be back with y'all. I know it's been a minute, but I'm cooking up some stuff for y'all. I'm gonna get it right. I'm working on some new stuff. Today I want to share with y'all a couple of penitentiary hacks. Penitentiary hacks, the way we do things in there to get stuff done that y'all may not be used to, y'all may not understand. Y'all may want a better knowledge of what I'm talking about. I'm going to show y'all how we create fire with our lighters, because they took our lighters years ago. And dudes in there are so innovative that, you know, they created a way that you can create fire without a lighter. There's a lot of ways, but I'm going to show you one way today, maybe some other ways another time. But there's a way that you can create fire, and it's also how we use the fire for what we use it for, to get hot water, to heat up water, to cook food, or just to, you know, light a cigarette, or whatever it is that they smoking, or whatever it is that they doing, that they need fire for. So there's a way to do all of that, man. So I'm gonna show you that right now. And first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this. This is steel wool. They have this in prison. We use this for, they give us this to clean up, you know, steel wool in there. Everything is steel and concrete. So they give us this to clean up the steel and concrete. So what you do is you get you a piece of that steel wool. Whoever came up with this, I have no idea, because I don't know how they knew this, but they was very ingenious, very smart. They take this steel wool, man, they try to, you know, straighten it out the best they can so they can formulate it. But I just want to get it. Let's get it where it be a little straightened out, because you know it's kind of crinkly. But once they get it where they can straighten it out a little bit, then they will get some toilet paper. They will take that toilet paper and they will make what we would consider is a holder, something to hold it with. Just fold it up. Let's try to get something to hold it with. And they would take that and put this piece in the center and fold it over, just to make something to hold it with. Then you try to formulate these enough where they will be able to just be put right in the socket in your cell. Alright? You can use toilet paper too, or Q-tips. We got Q-tips in prison, so some dudes will get a Q-tip, and because the Q-tip catches on fire easy, they will flare it out like that. Get it where it's, you know, easily to catch on fire. Now, if they was making a cigarette or cooking something, then they would make this as well with the toilet paper. Alright? Fold it up like that. So you have this, you have this, you have this. Then what you would do is you would go to the socket in your cell, right? And you would take these two prongs and you would stick them inside the socket. All right. So you take and put this in the socket, and it creates the spark. And there you go. You have fire, and you can light it. Yeah. And you can take and light whatever you need to light, do whatever you need to do. You got fire. Now we know how to create fire with little to nothing. And hopefully that's something y'all never seen before, which if you ain't been in prison, you probably haven't. Okay, now what do you do with fire? Like I said, they light a cigarette. They can do what I'm getting ready to show you right now. Let's see what else they do with it. Okay, this is a soda can. We get sodas in there. We was able to have sodas. So what they would do with that is they would usually tear up a sheet or tear up some type of, mostly sheets because that was state material, even though it was a charge if you got caught ripping the sheet, you know, destruction of state property, but dudes did it anyway. But so I'm trying to show you a different, use it a little different scenario here. Try to just get a little string going. I don't know if this is good enough here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut a piece of this string off. See, and there what we would do is we would just rip a piece of sheet as I'm cutting this, like this. You know, rip a piece of state sheet off to use. And what we'll use it for is we would tag on an empty soda can like this, right? Then we would fill this up with water, right? Fill it up with water. We would also take this is what we call a bomb. We would take toilet paper and wrap it up like this. And create what we call in there a bomb. This looks like a big one, but a little too wide. It's probably work anyway, but usually it's a little tighter than this, a little smaller. This is some better quality toilet paper out here than what we had in there, so didn't have to go that far. But what we do is, when we create these bombs, when you do it like this with the toilet paper, it some way or another, someone figured out all of this stuff prior to any time that I got in the penitentiary. This was already figured out. But what they do is, with this is, they light it as well. And when they light it, it burns slow and long, which allows you to do what you have to do. Gives you time to do what you have to do. So, you will create another situation where we had to make some more fire. And they will have a couple of these on standby in case one be going out. You have another one ready that you can light off of that. It's probably the same thing a chain smoker do. Got one cigarette ready to light after the other. But what happens is, they would take this and set this on the side of the toilet like that in our cell. And when we do that, we would have to create another joint to make some fire with. Another little piece. And see in there, these things was, after a while, when everybody knew what they was used for, they became a commodity. So they was hard to find and hard to get because they only supply you with so many to clean your cell with. So everybody would try to steal them or take them because, you know, like I said, it was a commodity. Everybody knew they needed to use it, you know, one way or another, either to cook or to do whatever. Now, this was times before we had microwaves in prison. So you didn't have a microwave, you had no other way to heat up food or to heat up water or anything besides these ways right here. So this is like some real live caveman stuff without the microwave, you know. So dudes had to learn this stuff if they want something hot, or they had to go get somebody else or go pay somebody to do it for them, you know. or pay somebody for some hot water, pay somebody for some hot food because you wasn't, you know, willing to learn how to do this yourself. And a lot of people were scared to do this because of the same reason. They thought they may get shocked or whatever. I was too. At first, I was like, I'm not sticking nothing in no socket. Nah. They was like, man, you're not gonna get shocked. You're not gonna get, yeah, well, I ain't trying. So it took me a while to learn it. It took me even longer to try. But once I did, I realized, like I say, it didn't, it was harmful. It wouldn't hurt you. So when you create that, like I say, you go back and get you some more fire. Once you get that fire, you light that, you come over, you light your bong, right? Now, your bong is on the toilet like that, and you would take this, and you would cook you some hot water. This is how you get your hot water for your coffee, to heat up your soups, heat up your food. This water right here is going to be the equivalent to boiling water on a hot stove. This is how we did it in prison. This is the modern way. This is the way. Even when you see that one running out, what they would do is, if they didn't feel like it was hot enough, what they would wait until it get real low. You can see the fire when it starts to get lower. And then they would catch another one on fire. And they would light the next bomb. And they would continue until they felt like the water was hot enough. And once they finished and got the water nice and hot, that's when they would make their hot cup of coffee or make their food or pour it in the soup and cover it up and let it, you know, the heat get to it for a while. And you got hot water. Now to me, this is nothing, but to most people, this is an ingenious way to come up with something that you didn't have. You know, this is a way to do things that you wasn't able to do because of the ingenuity of people in there, man. The resolve to get something done that they couldn't get done. When the people tell them there's no way, you ain't getting this, you ain't getting that, man, them dudes in there gonna find a way to make it happen. So I remember when I first seen a cat doing this years and years and years ago, I was like, man, what are you doing? He said, you ain't never seen this? I was like, nah. And this is what he do, man. I learned this, man. Coincidentally, you could do this in a, you can actually do this in a milk carton as well. Because with the water in the milk carton, even though the milk carton is made of paper, it will not burn through because of the water that's on the inside of it. Now, as soon as you dump the water out of it, it'll be real brittle and it'll fall apart. So they would do that. They would create the hot water. Then they would grab a rag, whatever, hold it, pour it in their coffee, and they would have steaming hot water. See the smoke coming out of that? Steaming hot water for your coffee, or for your food, your soup, or whatever. This is how we create hot water in prison. Same thing. Now, they would take that exact same scenario. Chips, as y'all always know, chips is always going to be somewhere close to me. But they would take that same exact scenario and use that as well. Like I said, if they wanted to cook some food or something. Same thing, but they would, like I said, step further, they would create the fire again. You always had to create the fire. And once you learn how to do it, as you can see, it's really not that difficult. It's only difficult when you don't know how to do it, but it's not that difficult or it's not that long to do. It's an easy scenario. You can do it. It's short. It don't take long. You just have to have patience, man. And then when you got to get something done, you know, patience is mandatory. So what they would do is, like I said, if they wanted to make some food as well, or cook something, especially like a sausage in there. We had different sauces. It was called summer sauces is what we had in there, but didn't quite have enough time to go grab a summer sausage or to find one out here. So I just grabbed the first sausage I saw while I was in the nearby convenience store. But it works just the same. This can be used and done, show you exactly what I'm talking about. But it's the same case scenario. People having a supply and demand and need to have something that the people was not going to let them have, so they figure out a way to get it themselves. They figure out a way to do it themselves. And when I see all this ingenuity like this, it just makes me wonder, or really not wonder, it just makes me realize that there's a lot of people in there that could have did a lot of things different with their life had they applied the skills and the talent and the knowledge that they already had. And like I say, a lot of people have that type of skills and knowledge, but they don't realize it, or they realize it too late, or they apply it in the wrong area. So when you do that, it's really useless to you because you're not using it for what it was meant to be used for. So we have to, like I say, educate ourselves and get ourselves in a better position to do better things with the skills that we already have, man. You know, a lot of us wouldn't end up in the situations that we end up in if we just apply our knowledge in a different way. So, like I said, I wish I knew the things I know now and then. You know, it would have been a whole different situation. But anyway, like I said, once you get that ready as well, what you do is, say if they had this sausage and they wanted to cook the sausage, right? What they would do is this. They would get the sausage ready. And they would take a pencil, because we had that in there. They would wrap the pencil up in something, cover that out. And they would take the pencil and put it inside the sausage. Right? Just like you was at a bonfire or something. Now y'all see where I'm going with this. Right? So it's the same scenario. What they would do is create that fire first. This one may be a little off here. All right. Once you create that fire, you light your ball and you cook your sausage. All it takes is patience. You just gotta have patience. You sit there, a lot of dudes being there, they sit there, they listen to the radio, they talk to their sale partner, or they just sit there and watch TV while they cooking their sausage. It's just like you cooking it on an open fire. Now mind you, a lot of this is used in segregation, where you can't get to a microwave. A lot of this was used and created before they actually had microwaves. Some prisons still don't have microwaves at all. So you will have a lot of this going on. And then you got some dudes that's in prison. The microwave line is so long and so vicious, people die in there messing with that microwave, get beat up, messed up. So a lot of dudes just do this in their cell anyway and don't even fool with the microwave at all. You know, and as you can see, the sausage is cooking. You know, over open flame, it's cooking. It'd be just the same as if you grilled it out there on the flame. Look at it. And this is a whole different type of sausage. This is not even the can, but, you know, I can smell it. Y'all ain't got the smell cam, so y'all can't smell it. But this is how they would cook the sausage, man, and get it hot. Same thing, they had more bongs to light it, to relight it if they felt like it wasn't cooked long enough or whatever. But I just see y'all get the concept of how it's done. So, and like I say, in prison, we would do that right on the side of the zinc or the toilet, so we just push it right in there and you know what I'm saying, let it go on in the zinc. But as you can see, the sausage is cooked. It would be even cooked more if it took longer. And this is the way they cook sausages in there, man. This is the way they create heat. And they do the same thing. They could take this and make a spread, and they would weave it and hold it over there and put actual burgers and stuff over there and just hold it over the fire and cook it as well. Maybe I'll show y'all that in another hack video or something. But, you know, comment on this and let me know what you think about these things. Let me know if you try. You know, you never know if you might need these skills or might have to use these skills. But it's just something different. It's something that we do in there. It was a way and means to survival in there, to get, you know, the things that we was, you know, deprived of, and be able to, you know, try to enjoy the little things such as hot water when we was not able to get it, and, you know, hot food. So I mean, I say it's useful in prison, very useful. So, you know, right back, subscribe, comment, and, you know, share, and let me know what y'all think about these hacks that I just showed y'all today. Let me know if you think you can use them or whatever. And like I said, I appreciate y'all all. Keep on subscribing. Tell some more friends to subscribe. You know, I'm trying to get up to 25,000 and beyond. We only at 12. So we trying to push this thing forward. I got a lot more coming to y'all. I appreciate y'all all out there. I love y'all, man. Thank you for supporting Banky Pound. Team Banky Pound, I love you. And be safe out there. Be smart and make good decisions. Till the next time, it won't be long. I love y'all.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.